Welcome to the MS Gym podcast, where we give you the tools to live life by design, not by diagnosis. I'm your host, Brooke Slick, and here we go.
What is up, my MS Gymmers? How you guys doing? So, I just received this memo from the board of directors for the development and progression of multiple sclerosis. This memo contains the rules for multiple sclerosis, the rules that you as an MSer are supposed to and obligated to abide by, because you are now living the MS life. Rule number 1, you must be scared of this diagnosis. Rule number 2, the prognosis of MS is that you will be in assisted living. You will be in a wheelchair. You will be unable to use your body again. Rule number 3, you should prepare yourself for assisted living. You should prepare yourself to give up on your dreams. You should prepare yourself to have people leave you. You should prepare yourself to have a life that is completely dictated by your medical condition. Rule number 4, MS cannot be counteracted. Rule number 5, no matter what you do to try to counteract MS, it will be a futile effort, because the brain cannot change, the body cannot change, the brain cannot learn how to change itself again, and your MS will progress and you will get worse. Rule number 6, anyone who comes across your path telling you that you can counteract MS through movement and mindset and stress reduction and lifestyle improvement is a fraud. And rule number 7, MS is unbeatable. Don't even try. So guess what? Here's what I say to that. Board of directors, meet the rebels, meet the rebellious. We are the MS Gym. I'm telling you guys right now that we as the MS Gym are the rule breakers of the MS community. We as the MS Gym are the rule breakers of the pharmaceutical companies. We as the MS Gym are the rule breakers, the rebels, the mavericks, the people that are the troublemakers, that are the ones going out telling and showing the MS community, the medical community, the society, and the people that up and left you saying that you could never get better, that it is possible. We are the rule breakers. We are the rebels. This is a movement. This is a rebellion. This is a revolution. Your brain can change itself. We believe. Your body can get stronger, more balanced, and work better. We believe you can have lasting, lifelong relationships with people who value you for the struggles that you overcome and see you as more valuable because you've had MS. We believe you can live a life full of dreams. You can live a life full of love. You can live a life full of ambition. You can live a life full of fulfillment. You can live a life full of satisfaction. You can live a life exactly by design and not by diagnosis. We believe as the MS Gym. Break the rules of MS because they don't apply to you. They don't apply to you because you believe that you are greater than MS. You believe that you are greater than that diagnosis, because guess what? You have been shown time and time again by yourself and by your MS Gym family that counteracting MS is possible through movement and mindset. We believe, even if you're just starting off on this journey, and this might be the first time that you've seen me, and you're looking at me like, who the heck is this dude? I'm telling you straight up, the brain can change itself. Research shows. The body can improve itself. Research shows. You, with your mind and with your attitude and with your community and by your straight up mindset of victory, can counteract MS and live the life you want. You guys have seen us do it over and over and over and over and over again now. Every single time Ken and I send out an email, there's proof. Every single time you go into the members corner, there's proof. Every single time we put up a movement minute, mindset minute, and you read the comments of how people are getting better, there's proof. You don't need to follow the rules of MS because the MS rules don't apply to you. Because you are an MS gymmer. You are an MS athlete. You dwell in this house where you have the resources to heal. You have the resources to get better, to follow. You have the resources where you just press play and you just show up and go. And you have the people and relationships around you that support you and lift you up during your struggling days, your hard days, and the days when you just want to quit. And you also have people around you that are going to pick you up, put you on their shoulders, and jump around in victory when you have one of those days where you're like, oh my golly, I cannot believe that this just happened. This actually works. My crazy coach T actually knows what he's talking about. It's awesome. I have to read you guys something. So this is going to be further proof that you don't have to follow the rules of MS. Okay? You do not have to follow the rules of MS. So this post was put up by one of our members named Cindy. This post elegantly breaks down the process of writing a victory story and the process of being an MS gymmer and the process of believing that you can heal. Like, this woman stood by herself and went through the daily discipline and the daily grind of battling MS when everything else around her said, you're not getting better. Her body, her mind, her life, her circumstances, her attitude, the media, her doctors, whatever it might be, told her that that's nice that you're working so hard, but you realize you do have MS, right? That's nice that you found this thing that you think is going to give you relief, but even if it's just a little bit, like, that's cool, but like, don't get your hopes up. You've had MS half your life. You've been in a chair the past few years, like, it's good to move. Like, good for you. Good for you, Cindy. Way to go. Way to go. But don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't get too crazy. Because you realize that MS is a progressive disease, right? You realize that a lot of people with MS don't really get that much better, right? Cindy says no. Listen to this. First segment. First rule. First rule breaker. Here's the rules of the MS gym. Cindy's post, #progress. This is long, but I finally have something to share. Over the 10 plus months of the MS gym, I've been doing sitting strong. I've done sitting strong multiple times. I've done companion guides for neck and core, and now I'm doing the BGB bootcamp chair version. So 10 months, you guys. 10 months. Mark that down. Counteracting MS is not a get-fixed-quick program. It is not an instant gratification program. It will take belief and it will take faith that by doing this daily, that results will happen. And you don't know what they look like. You don't know when they're going to look like. You don't even know when it's going to happen. Cindy waited 10 months, 10 plus months. Section 2. I spend time each day, doing releases and stretches. In all of that time, meaning every day over 10 plus months, I have never been able to sit up straight. I have never improved one little bit. Okay? Counteracting MS is a full-time commitment. Daily effort and focus is what's required for you to improve. Now, just because you work out daily does not mean that every day you're going to get results. Every day you're going to feel better. Every week you're going to feel better. In fact, as Cindy puts, and you will see this, she kept going regardless or despite the fact that she wasn't getting results every day. Listen to this one more time. I have never been able to sit up straight. I have never improved one little bit. Section 3. Rule 3. So remember, number 1, this is not get fixed quick. Number 2, Counteracting MS is a full-time effort and focus. That does not mean that you have to work out 8 hours a day. It means that you have to completely arrange your life to accommodate healing. And you've got to meet yourself where you're at the same time. It's not an all or none, all or nothing. It's an all or something. One habit, one change, one day at a time. Through the ups, through the downs. Section 3. I pushed my way through my exercises, imagining myself doing movements I could not do because I was always struggling to sit up straight. So rule 3 of the MS Gym, belief, faith, and trust in the process of retraining your brain, restoring your body, and transforming your mind. There's a process. The cool part about what Cindy said is that she visualized it. She thought about it. She actually saw herself sitting up straight. She saw herself being strong. She saw herself being functional. And she focused on that every day despite not seeing results every day. Section 4. 2 days ago, when Trevor said, push up through the top of your head like he always does, I actually felt it. Yesterday evening, I transferred onto the couch to watch TV with my husband. Instead of slouching into the cushions, which sitting on a couch for a person in a chair is ridiculously hard, so instead of slouching into the cushions and rearranging myself so I could use my hands to force myself up straight, I felt myself straightening. My shoulders dropped and I felt the middle of my back lift. I felt my abs automatically contract. It clicked. Rule 4, eventually your brain will feel safe enough to do something different. Eventually your brain will feel safe enough to do something different. It all of a sudden clicks. It learns. It changes. And your body picks the new movement that you're trying to do because it feels safer doing that than slouching into a couch. Section 5. Later, I got into a straight back chair to do day 12 of BGB boot camp. I was afraid what I had felt before was a fluke. But I did the entire workout sitting up straight in caps for the first time ever. I did the thoracic glides, so meaning this with no hands. I did the lateral flexions, meaning this with no hands, and rotations without using my hands for the very first time. So rule 5, you will still have doubt, but your job is to reject and rebel against the lies that you have been told that this cannot happen. Reject and rebel against the rules that say you cannot sit up straight again. You cannot get out of a chair again. You cannot walk again. You cannot walk unassisted again. You cannot live your life again. Reject and rebel the rules of MS. Section 6. I have secondary progressive. I have been in a chair for a few years now and have had MS for over half my life. I've been with the MS Gym for almost a year now. For those of you who despair of ever making gains, just like I did, don't give up. I finished my workout last night with a dopey smile on my face, and I'm still smiling. Rule number 6 of the MS Gym. It is never too late to transform your MS body. It is never too late. Cindy is not 30. She's had MS over half her life and been in a chair for a few years now. And her body changed. Proof of a rule breaker, a rebel, a maverick, an anomaly. It's never too late to transform your MS body. And rule number 7, victory is real. Proof. Victory is real. Thank you, Cindy. So, here's the deal. Okay? Because upon your diagnosis and repeated visits to your experts and your family and society and internet and all the things that you search and your other previous miserable MS communities that just want to commiserate and talk about how crappy life is, in order to progress, in order to counteract, and in order to improve, you literally have to rebel and reject every single lie that you've been told. You have to reject you won't be able to stand up again. You have to reject your spasticity will keep getting worse. You have to reject joint pain is just part of MS. You have to reject you're not good enough to stay married to. You have to reject it's too hard for me to be your son or daughter. You have to reject we're changing your position at work. You have to reject you might as well get ready for assisted living. You have to reject the diagnosis. You have to rebel. You have to rebel against that MS warlord that sits there and tells you and laughs at you and be like, what are you going to do, little man, little woman? What are you going to do? I'm going to rebel. I'm coming after you. Daniel put up one of the most amazing posts this weekend as well. He said, I used to wake up in the morning wondering how MS was going to attack me today. Now, I wake up thinking about how I'm going to attack MS. Oh! That is where you need to get. That is where you need to get. You need to reject what you've been told. You need to rebel against the lies. And you need to take action. And you need to rewrite your story. Rewrite your prognosis. Rewrite your life. Because I can tell you what, I can sit here and write down your diagnosis all day long, but guess what? You have the choice and you have the freedom and you have the right to sit down with your hand and your pen and rewrite your prognosis and give it back to me and be like, nope, this is what I'm doing. Nope, this is where I'm going. Nope, this is what's in my future. Now I know some of you are out there and you're sitting here watching this being like, that's awesome for them. But I just think I'm too far gone. That's awesome for them, but I have nobody to help me. That's awesome for them, but I'm really getting bad really fast. That's awesome for them, but I've tried exercise and nutrition and it's just not working. I love you. I feel for you. However, I would not care for you as best I could. And you should doubt that I love you as much as I do without me saying the following. If you are doing everything right, so if you truly, actually, no, I'm not even going to say that. You need to truly look around your life and figure out every single thing that could be adding stress, strife, doubt, lies, disbelief, discouragement, anxiety, depression, worry, anything like that, and you need to walk away from it. If you are in a place where you're telling me that you've done everything you possibly can, you've exercised, notice there's no amount or program, you've tried food, you've tried the nutrition plans, noting that there's no nutrition plan submitted. I've tried mindset stuff, knowing that there's no documented research or there's no documents showing me the work you've done. But I'm not going to get better. I'm too far gone. I gotta raise the bull hockey flag, the BS flag, bull shoopy. Gotta raise the bull shoopy flag. There is something else you can do. There is something more you can do. There is additional action you can take. And you may have to get ruthless about it. A lot of rebellions throughout the years where people are fighting for their country against the tyranny of some other country that is holding them down, holding them back, and dictating how they live their life has ended and has included violence, aggression, attack, and literally a warrior's mindset. And you don't have to be angry, but you have to be focused. and discipline and ruthlessly protect the boundaries that you've laid out for your exercise, your food preparation, your quiet time, your mindset work, your reading, your music, your meditation, whatever the heck it is that brings you down, that calms you down, that chills you out and puts you back in control, out of the grips of anxiety, worry, depression, fear. That is what you need to protect. Ruthlessly protect. You say no. No becomes your favorite word. No becomes your favorite word. No becomes your favorite word because you are making room for your brain to say, yes, this arm feels better. Yes, this leg feels better. Yes, I can walk and not fall down. Yes, I feel less inflamed. Yes, I'm not as tired. Yes, my bladder works better. Yes, I can see better. Yes, I can hear better. Yes, I can type and write again. Yes, I can speak again because your brain is not focused on all that other garbage around you. You need to reject the lies that you've been told, and you need to rebel against the people who are trying to steal your dreams, trying to take who you are, trying to devalue who you are, and trying to tell you that you are broken, that you are lost, that you're not worth it, that you are weak. You need to get rid of those people, and you need to surround yourself with a family who loves you, accepts you, welcomes you, empowers you, educates you, encourages you, and picks you up on your bad days, lifts you up on your good days, and will walk forward till the ends of the earth with you because you have MS or some other neurologic condition. If you're one of our guests in here that are playing with a different enemy, just telling you guys, you can rewrite your story. Just telling you guys, you do not have to follow the rules of MS. Just telling you guys, I'm giving you full permission, and I will stand here like this as the bouncer of your life while you're doing your thing back there, being like, nah, you ain't coming in. I'll go Secret Service on them and be like, we got a bogey on our right, we got a bogey on our left, take him out, take him out. I will lock it down for you, but all you got to do is focus. All you got to do is be there. All you got to do is commit. You get to break the rules of MS. You get to be a rule breaker and celebrate that for maybe the first time in your life. That's what I had to do to find you. I broke all the rules of what an expert in MS should look like, or be certified with, or experience with, or this and that. My experience has come from you guys, my clients, my people, and my education, and knowing myself, what I'm about, who I'm connected to, and where I want to go. I'm a rule breaker just like you. I should be not walking so well right now because of my Lyme disease. My body should not be healing right now because of celiac disease. But guess what? I'm in the best shape I've ever been. I'm in the best headspace I've ever been. I have purpose like I've never had. And the people that once knew me and once thought they knew me and still think they know me don't even know me anymore because I've changed so much. It makes them uncomfortable to actually ask what's going on with me because they know I've changed so much. It's hard for them to hear it. That's how I want you to live. That's who I want you to be. I want your light to be so bright that it makes other people kind of like, a little uncomfortable when you share how excited you are, fired up you are, joyful you are, inspired you are, how freaking fired up you are, the fact that you're overcoming and counteracting MS, and you have all of these people from across the world that are your virtual friends that are doing it with you. That's who I want you to be. That is one of my MS athletes. That is who you're designed to become. Your greatness can become unlocked and unleashed as you fight against the one thing that was going to take you out. So you take the weapons of your enemies, you catch them, you flip them around, and you throw them back. And you do that by succeeding. You do that by claiming victory. You do that by staying focused. You do that by staying dedicated. You do that by staying committed. And you do that by believing in yourself that you are worth, you are capable, and you are fully strong enough to heal. That fires me up, man. That fires me up. Now, as I say that and as I close, I don't want some of you sitting here to be like, In order to get victory, that means if I've been in a chair for the past 7 years, in order for that victory to count, I have to be walking. If you've had spasticity and balance issues, in order for it to count, I need to be running a 5K. Nope. Every single rep that you complete, quality repetition that you complete on days that you don't want to or days that you don't think you can, that is a gigantic victory, along with those other things, which are awesome. But I want you to focus on those small victories. By you sitting in a park, because you got there on your wheelie walker, which you couldn't have done a month ago, by you getting over there on your wheelie walker and sitting on a park bench and appreciating how beautiful autumn is, how beautiful the leaves are, how amazing the air smells, how awesome it is to hear kids playing in the background, by you sitting there in that moment, just appreciating that you're there, knowing that like before MS, you wouldn't even have thought about this. You would have just breezed past that park bench on your run, trying to get in shape and get ripped. That's a victory. By you sitting and just watching your grandchildren and being able to get on the floor with them and just sit with them as they act out being princesses together and roll around on the floor together and tell you stories and try to get you involved in their life again because you're there, because you're down on the floor, because you feel safe. That's a victory. Not taking a nap during the day or the sixth nap during the day is a victory. Not having to use the restroom 4 times less in a day is a victory. Standing up in the shower, washing your hair and not falling down is a victory. Writing your name for the first time in years is a victory. Putting on rings, your wedding ring again, and showing your husband, look, I can wear this beautiful ring that symbolizes our marriage again because my hands aren't swollen and curled up like this. That's a victory. By you watching this right now, if you feel any little bubbling of excitement and inspiration and hope, being like, maybe I can, that's a victory. Why not me? That's a victory. Maybe I should give this a try. That's a victory because you're changing the forecast of your future. Man, I love you guys. I want you to break the rules with me. I want you to rebel with me. I want us to be the problem children of the MS community together. The ones that are like, sorry, everything you've said, it's just not true. Look. I want us to know that when we walk down the street and we see someone with trekking poles and as obviously has a gait issue, you're like, I wonder if they're an MS gymmer, because that's happened in here. People saw other people with trekking poles and started a conversation. All of a sudden, they're an MS gymmer. You guys are making this community happen. You guys are making the results happen. You guys are changing the narrative of the MS gym, and you guys are starting this movement, starting this revolution, starting all of this. And I just get to sit back, watch, and hang out. So you're putting in the work. I'm just up here talking. But in all seriousness, you guys, this is possible. This is real. As you just heard in Cindy's amazing post that is in the email that's going out here in about 20 minutes. You can read it again. It's possible. 10 months of no results. 10 months of just grinding with no palpable results. Ended up in one awesome day where everything clicked. Bing, bam, pow, and she's up. And she's transferring, and she's exercising, and she's not falling. 10 months. That is persistence. That is courage. That is dedication. That is an MS Gym warrior. That is who you are. That's what you're part of. That's all you need to do. If you're in the free group, you keep rocking those movement minutes, rocking those free guides. If you're in the membership, keep doing your programs. And if you're ready to step in and really take this up to the next level and fully break the rules of MS, join the membership with us, man. Come hang out. There's full programs. You got a community behind you. You get to come and play with us whenever you want. You get to post up whatever you want. You get to get loved on. You get to celebrate. You get to cry. You get to hang out, you get to do happy dances, and you also get to hear more from me as I educate you on how to actually maximize your results with your MS Gym movement and mindset meds. So I love you guys. I hope this fired you up. I also hope it brought you comfort. I also hope that it gave you a little bit of hope and joy, knowing that if you're one of those people sitting there being like, I wish I would have found you earlier. I wish I would have found you 30 years ago. I just don't know if this will work for me. I've tried this stuff before. You haven't tried this. And it's never too late to start. You have not tried the MS Gym fully, and it is never too late to start. I'm committed here with you. Your moderators are committed here with you. Your leadership team committed with you. And all of your MS Gym family are committed here with you. So I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to move. See what you're made of. We got your back. This is going to be awesome. I love you guys. Thanks for being here today. Talk to you later.
For more information on the MS Gym, check them out at themsgym.com, on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you'd like to know what I've been up to lately, you can find me at brookslick.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode of the MS Gym Podcast.